Ed Kemper here. Ed Kemper here was a goat. That dude is like 6'5", 300 pounds, or maybe bigger. Like, he's a colossal man. He drove around with his mother's head in a bowling bag.
How did he kill people?
He fucked her mouth first. So different ways. I think he would shoot and strangle a lot. He was the one who he was the co-ed killer. So he would pick ladies up and give them rides, like college students who needed rides in and out of town. And he was like, I would joke with these ladies sometimes about, you got to be careful who you get in a car with. You know, that killer's going around. And he's like, sometimes I just be like, I just let them go. You know, I just let them go. If they knew who I was and they'd heard about me, I just let them go, drop them off where they were going. And it's just like so dark. He killed a lot of women. Yeah.
You know that whoever was like producing, what a great picture that was on screen for a serial killer documentary or like news story. Because he looks.
He's posing for it for the lulz. Like, he's very self-aware of like the celebrity of serial killers. He's the guy who worked with the FBI when they were first classifying serial killers as serial killers. They were called
spree killers at first, right?
Spree comes to mind, but I don't think it is spree. Sequential was the first terminology, I think. Sequential killers, because they kill in a pattern or a sequence, I think was the initial like classification. But it's the research that led to serial killers. It's the topic of that Netflix drama, Mindhunters, which is criminally good to have been canceled after 2 seasons.
That stinks.
I don't know if I like sequential killer or serial killer more.
Serial is...
Well, sequential killer really refers to a type of serial killer, if you think about it, because there are those guys who, like, I mean, presumably, who kill in patterns. Like every September, he kills another one because that's the year his mom, like, died or whatever kooky thing is going on. But then a serial killer could be somebody who's like, whenever the urge is just too strong to fight, they go out and get another one.
So they're not the same thing? It's not just renamed?
I thought it was renamed.
I'm just thinking like literally what the words mean.
Don't they both mean one after another? Am I crazy?
Well, a serial killer wouldn't have any rhyme or reason, whereas a sequential killer, you would imagine, if you take the word literally, is going in a set sequence based on a date or some other kind of timing, rather than just like urges or opportunity.
Seems similar to me. Seems almost like a distinction with that.
Yeah, they're like the same words. Yeah. My problem with serial killer is that it's a homophone. And it sounds like we're talking about some sort of breakfast time killer. And I'm not here for it.
That's what upsets you.
Yeah. We need a better word.
Sort of a Captain Crunch scenario where, okay, that's not what I go to. I think we're pretty good at it.
That's exactly what I said. I knew I was right. A sequence killer commits multiple murders over a time with distinct cooling off periods, days, weeks, years between kills, driven by psychological needs, while a spree killer commits murders in multiple locations within a short frame of time. And never mind. I thought it was going to go to the other thing. But it's just the same thing either way. In any case, Ed Kemper was my favorite.
Spree and sequential, I could see not being the same thing. But sequential and serial to me are same word.
Yeah, I mean, they replaced that word with the other word, so pretty much the same thing.
I watched all those Ed Kemper interviews, and I've also seen the ones where it's like him in the jail cell, and he's like standing there T-posing because he's like 6'10", and it's like a female prison guard, and then like clearly a shorter male prison guard, but still a grown man, like standing fully under both of his arms, and they're smiling like he's a bit of a novelty. And he was like more charming than you would expect in his interviews, but every once in a while pretty regularly, it would just be obvious that like he was pretending to be a person, really. Like they would ask about regret or this or that, or what would you have done differently? And it was more about things like, well, I don't know how much I would have done differently, really. I think I probably would have ended up in the same situation, and that's probably because of how I was raised and things. And it's like, wow, this guy like learned enough about, pushing away accountability from whatever prison like psychologist was assigned to him, that he was just mirroring that, being like, it's really a societal issue, and people like
I don't think so.
Need to crop up.
I always read it as someone who had finally understood why he had done the things he did and had come to grips with it and understood it in a clinical way, because he has met with so many doctors to try to help him get through that. His mother was, abusive and horrific growing up. 6'9", 300 pounds. Yeah, I saw a size comparison between him and his victims, and they look like hobbits.
Yeah, that's the worst kind of serial killer to attack you. A giant one. Like I'd prefer
I think
a little.
It was him who like he drove the girl off somewhere. It might have been him. It's definitely a serial killer did this. He drove the girl off somewhere, and then he got out and went around to their side to get him, and they locked the car doors. And he didn't have his weapon with him. He was just going to pull her out and strangle her or whatever. And he convinced her to open the door after like he's maybe half an hour of pleading and bargaining and apologizing for whatever. She got spooked, like gaslighting, and then she finally opened the door and he murdered her.
She should have seen that coming.
Should have seen that coming.
Yeah.
It's wild how really bad people can still be charismatic. Like it.
Sure. Like you can. Like
I think the worst people are charismatic.
Often, I've heard pedophiles and like you think they're going to do terribly in prison, and I guess they often do. But then sometimes like they make friends and get popular because they're just. I mean, some of them can be major streamers, aspiring pedophiles.
Maybe, but the ones I see are where like it's that giant ginger guy who's like,
leave burnt peanut alone.
You thought you were gonna.
I'm not talking about burnt peanut. When there's an aspiring pedophile streamer, there's only one guy you look at.
Oh, we know that's a lie.
Oh, that's probably true. That's probably true.
Yeah.
Two time.
Yeah. Dr. Disrespect. So you,
okay.
No, really? Is that what he meant? Oh my!
He didn't want people to forget. Didn't want people to forget. Tempted pedophile.
Well, that was.